It is impossible to have a right standing with God and not a right standing with your spouse. Think about that. What's going on, guys? It's Matthew, Project D15, here at Hogar Manasseh in Honduras. You know, the Jesus taught from the pulpit is that with a 2-minute prayer and an emotional worship experience, we can immediately come in alignment and have right standing with God. But that's scriptural, right? Shame and other negative feelings that can create a debilitating experience that people just don't like. They feel uncomfortable with. But man, with, a quick prayer or an hour church service, you can immediately get back in alignment and get to feeling good again. But is that really what Scripture teaches? That we can just so easily, with a quick visit and a quick rubbing of the Jesus lamp, we can just wipe away everything else, right? And get back in right standing with God while not having right standing in our marriage, not have right standing in family, right? Not having right standing in relationships and sins that we have against people, things that need to be made right but aren't. But we can somehow just get back in the mindset that makes us feel good again in order to keep going. Brother, I'm here to tell you that's not the Jesus I know or what he teaches in Scripture. In fact, Jesus says that if you're on the way to offer a sacrifice, if you're on your way to worship and remember that your brother has something against you, to set that thing down, go back and make it right with your brother, and then come back, pick up the gift, and go and worship in his throne. The truth is becoming a Christian and walking in the way of our rabbi, Jesus the Christ, is the most difficult thing in the world. His calling is a big one and requires us to give up everything. Because when he wants to come in alignment with us and make our hearts right, the expectation is that our response to that is making everything else right. Somebody told it this way that I just loved, and they really challenged me. They said, it is impossible to have a right standing with God and not a right standing with your spouse. Think about that. Is that true? Is that the things we really believe and are hearing? Because if so, then the more we walk out our faith, the more our lives should change. Not just our hearts and the way that we feel in a moment should come in alignment with him, but every other area in our life, our relationships, our wealth, every decision we make should also fall in line with exactly what he has for us, in laying down everything and allowing him to make everything right. I hope this word encourages you. Be blessed. Thanks, guys.